am here to entertain the people, to save them from their boredom, their agony. The adulation of the millions of Jerichoholics is all the thanks I need. Well, maybe a championship reign or two thrown in for good measure, huh? And what better time to shoot for that than on the road to Wrestlemania?
Welcome to New York City for Monday Night Raw. JR the King here for what promises to be an exciting event. We have officially started the road to Wrestlemania. With the Royal Rumble mere weeks away, everyone is jockeying for a spot in the match.
Not everyone, JR. We need some superstars left for the actual championship matches at the pay-per-view.
Well, King, the winner of tonight's matches will compete on next week's Raw to be named #1 contender to the WWE Championship.
Are you serious? Is it too late for me to get a match tonight?
I'm afraid so, King.
Oh, great. That means I'm stuck with you all night again.
I know you want to be in the WWE Championship picture, Jericho. But so do I. We'll see which one of us wants.
We all know what's coming next.
Codebreaker! Good night! 1, 2, 3!
The referee has called for the bell. That's it. Jericho defeated a very determined Jeff Hardy tonight.
Is Shane McMahon coming out to congratulate him?
We now have our 4 competitors for next week's #1 contender fatal 4-way match. The others are...
What was that all about?
It seems like someone is playing mind games with Chris Jericho. Thanks for tuning in to Raw. Tonight's main event pits 4 formidable superstars in a fatal 4-way match.
The winner will compete for the WWE Championship and Royal Rumble, JR. That's a prize fit for a king.
Each of these 4 will need to be at their best tonight.
Hey, Junior.
What do you want, Jericho?
Maybe world peace, the jetpack? But why don't you start by telling me why you put up that code?
Jericho, I didn't do anything.
I was talking to some of the crew after the show, and they said you were nosing around the production booth. You don't look like an IT guy to me.
I'm not telling you anything.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
Talk! No! Okay, I give up. I'll talk.
Now spill it, or I spill you.
Okay, listen, Chris, don't shoot the messenger. Last night I got an envelope full of money and instructions to play a DVD after your match.
You didn't make the video?
No, I swear.
I've got my eye on you.
could put his opponent on the win. What a cold break.
I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to kick out.
2, 3. And there it is. That's the match. Chris Jericho is the #1 contender.
Counting Finley, he beat 4 other men tonight.
He's only got to beat 1 at Royal Rumble to become WWE. Welcome to Raw. Tonight's show is highlighted by tag team action, including 2 men who tangled last week, Chris Jericho and Finley.
That's later, though, JR. First, we get a Divas match. And speaking of Divas, the Diva Search contest is starting up again soon. Woohoo!
Come on, King. What have I told you about getting too much drool on your headset? We don't want to have another short circuit.
You want to keep your eye on me, Jericho? You'll have an up-close view tonight when you and I battle in the ring. Get ready for that eye to be blackened.
Jericho with the cold break.
Look at that! He's bleeding like a stuck pig! He's a 3 count away from a pinfall!
1, 2, 3! That's it! That's all she wrote! Jericho seemed to blame Finley for that cold mess a few weeks back, but it looks like he got his revenge.
I'm sure the other superstars don't mind that he's been preoccupied, JR. They'll take any advantage they can get.
You're watching Monday Night Raw. The WWE Championship will be on the line this weekend at the Royal Rumble. But tonight, the Intercontinental Champion will be defending his title.
Needing to defend your championship days before a pay-per-view is borderline cruel. If I were him, I'd file for an extension.
This is WWE, King, not taxes. It doesn't work like that.
What's up, Jericho? I want you to realize this. If you become the champion, then you and I will become really close. Because after I beat you tonight, I'm gonna be right there to challenge you, best buddy.
Back. Neither may win. What a cold break. We knew these superstars.
He's a 3 count away from a pinfall.
2, 3. Well, there it is. That's the match. What a win going into Royal Rumble.
I'm starting to believe Jericho can...
Someone is sure trying to get under the #1 contender's skin. We'll see if he can overcome this and John Cena at Royal Rumble. We're finally here. It's Royal Rumble. Thank you for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is good old JR along with my colleague, Jerry the King Lawler.
It takes true royalty like me to appreciate the Royal Rumble, JR. This may be my favorite pay-per-view event.
30 superstars are battling for what Chris Jericho is getting tonight. a shot at the WWE Championship.
But for Jericho, John Cena is an imposing roadblock in his path.
I think fatigue has set in. Well, like it or not, this one's over. What a horrible end to an otherwise great broadcast. The nerve of that masked assailant. We're coming off an unbelievable Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. But thanks to some masked vigilante, the main event was ruined.
Someone really didn't want Jericho to win the WWE Championship.
I'll bet he'll have something to say about it tonight.
Some people consider me a victim for what happened at the Royal Rumble. But the real victim is whoever did this. The message you sent was easy to decipher. You didn't want me to be WWE champion. My doctor tells me I should be at home resting, but I'm here to give you a code of your own. I will get you.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Maybe you should listen to your doctor's advice, Chris. I assure you, the WWE office is conducting a thorough investigation.
Well, I feel a whole lot better about things, Shane. All the same, I'm gonna handle this on my own.
I guess you didn't hear me, so I'll repeat myself. I'm demanding that you go home and get some rest. Fine, you're so determined to stay in the ring, you have a match right now. In fact, make it a no disqualification match.
Look out! Here it comes. Jericho nails the lion saw. He isn't fooling around here, JR.
Wham! What a cold break.
He may get the 3 count here. 1, 2, 3. That's it. The match is over. Shane McMahon sure doesn't show Chris Jericho any sympathy.
The man has a right to know who's messing around with him. Shane should respect that.
When you're a McMahon, you don't need to do the respecting. You're respected.
We're back with you for Monday Night Raw. The confrontation between Shane McMahon and Chris Jericho last week proves that some battles don't happen between bells.
There's another battle going on away from the ring, JR. The Diva Search Contest. The finalists were announced this morning, and I've already voted for my favorite on WWE.com 24 times.
I wonder just how often you have to replace your mouse key.
These are my top suspects. I don't care who I upset. The WWE Championship means everything to me, and the Masked Man cost me it. Who should I question first?
What the? Oh, it's you, Jericho. What do you want?
I want to know why I shouldn't consider you my prime suspect as the masked man.
Jericho, I'm going to say this slowly. I am here to help you. I wasn't even at the Rumble. I was as surprised as you were when that code junk played. Now, don't even question me again, or the next code you'll see will be, you're fired.
There's something Shane isn't telling me, but I didn't actually see him on that night.
Hey, Chris. How are you feeling, man?
I'd feel a lot better if you told me where you were during my title match at the Royal Rumble.
I was watching the match on a monitor. Cheering for you, by the way. You don't think I had something to do with this, do you?
At this point, everyone from the president to your grandmother are suspects.
Jericho, if I didn't know any better, I think you were conducting your own investigation. No, that can't be it. You must just be exchanging good luck wishes with your opponent who you're facing tonight.
We all know what's coming.
Jericho nails the lion saw.
We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks.
2, 3. Oh my gosh, it's over, JR.
Jericho is leaving the ring in a hurry.
He's hot on the masked man's heels.
If I know one thing, I know it's not him.
We're live for Raw. Chris Jericho has gone from #1 contender to private investigator. He's been questioning superstars right and left.
He's pretty good at it too, JR. He asked me how I was doing, and without thinking, I admitted I had an unpaid parking ticket.
We want to know who you, our fans, think the Masked Man really is. Vote on WWE.com.
Chris Jericho. This is a pleasant surprise, I guess. I'm supposed to have an interview with...
Where were you during my championship match?
Getting ready for the Royal Rumble match. Maybe you heard. I lasted 42 minutes before The Undertaker eliminated me. And I'm not too happy about that.
Sounds like you had time to get ready to screw me over before your number was called.
Listen. I'm the kind of guy who, if I want something, you know it when I'm in your face. So if you don't want a problem, you'll get out of my face.
I'm just trying to find out the truth.
The truth shall set you free, Mr. Jericho.
I'm not totally convinced HBK is innocent. There's gotta be a more solid suspect out there.
Get out of the way. I'm late, and I have a match tonight. Against you, even. Yeah, so? I'm from Green Bay, genius. It's cold there.
Well, I think things are heating up around here. See you in the ring.
This could be it.
Sweet chin music. He just laid his opponent out cold.
One. He may get the 3 count here. 3.
And that's all she wrote, JR. It's over.
What a main event. That was one slobber knocker of a battle.
Jericho and the Heartbreak Kid may have won, but it's their opponent who was recently named the new #1 contender.
Well, I don't know how the board came to that decision, but I do know we're out of time. Good night, folks.
That mask? Come on. He's definitely a prime suspect.
Thank you for joining us on Raw. Chris Jericho continues his sleuthing ways. Online voters have their own ideas who the prime suspect is.
I'm not going to say who I voted for, but I will say I think the WWE fans are on the wrong track.
Well, we don't have all the facts in yet, so it's all speculation. Maybe we'll find out more tonight.
Here's your winner, Finlay.
You been wearing any costumes lately? Anything with a mask to cover up that face, maybe?
I don't like Halloween. Listen, Jericho, I had nothing to do with that. I'm in no hurry to mess with you again. I've stayed as far away from you as possible.
If I find out you're lying...
I'll turn in my shillelagh, but you won't. I'm totally innocent.
For once, I believe that guy. He's a liar, just not that good of a liar.
That's assault, man. I should go and tell...
Don't talk. Listen. The masked man wears camo, and I know all about your military past, Randy. And knowing you, you'll take any shortcut to become WWE champion.
Shane already cleared me of any suspicion. I am clean. You've got nothing on me.
Jericho, I've got some good news for you. My people have zeroed in on someone without an alibi. Sounds suspicious to me. Go meet him in the ring now. Oh, and you're welcome.
On that kick.
He almost took his opponent's head off with that lariat.
Codebreaker. Good night.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my gosh, JR. That's it. The match is over.
Umaga fitting into the masked man's outfit. Not bloody likely.
Maybe he used a mirror to disguise his size, JR.
More like Shane O'Mac is messing with Jericho. It wouldn't be the first time.
He had no good answers for me. That scum is definitely still a prime suspect.
This is No Way Out live on pay-per-view. Good old JR, Jim Ross, and Jerry the King Lawler here in Boston, where the action promises to be exciting in Beantown.
I heard Chris Jericho is ready to expose the identity of the Masked Man.
The majority of fans think Mr. Kennedy did it, with 31% of the vote. Following closely was the Legend Killer with 29%.
There's going to be some fireworks no matter who Chris Jericho picks, especially since one of the top vote getters has a shot at the World Championship tonight.
I think this guy is the Masked Man, and I'm gonna call him out.
For weeks now, someone has been trying to get under my skin like a rash. First with code, then with sneak attacks. Kennedy, I found the Masked Man's mask in your bag. You cost me the WWE Championship. And somehow you got your own little title shot tonight. If you think I'm gonna sit down for that, you better get that swelled head of yours checked. Get out here!
Uh-oh, here he comes.
But he's supposed to have a championship match tonight, JR.
Somebody get in there and stop these two. Good God, Chris! Look behind you!
It looks like Jericho accused the wrong person.
And it cost him dearly. Not to mention ruining the main event at No Way Out.
I think there's going to be hell to pay all around.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monday Night Raw. Last week, Chris Jericho's accusation threw a wrench in the championship match at No Way Out.
He thought he was doing the right thing, but so does a Black Widow spider.
Due to the interruption, Shane McMahon has declared there will be a WWE Championship match tonight. John Cena and Randy Orton will go at it live.
What an announcement! I'm sure Jericho isn't going to be happy.
Take the night off, Chris. Because of your little stunt, I had to do damage control, and I'm in no mood for more antics.
Is that what on earth is Chris Jericho doing out here?
Must want his revenge on Orton. Coming after him during a... I don't believe it! The match is over!
Jericho just got the WWE Champion disqualified.
You may have made an enemy in Cena, and that's not someone you want mad at you.
Welcome to another exciting night of Raw. The bad blood between Jericho and Cena is starting to boil over.
John Cena seemed pretty upset about last week's disqualification. He's not one to forgive and forget.
I'd bet dollars to chicken fried steak that these two are going to butt heads soon.
Raw is certifiably out of control, ladies and gentlemen. People are interfering left and right. We got some guy running around in camouflage. But this isn't the desert or the jungle. We can see you. but he didn't mess with my match last week. No, that was you, Chris Jericho. I want you out here right now.
You're so vain, Cena. What I did last week didn't involve you, Junior. I lost my chance to be WWE Champion, and I'm just trying to make things right.
If it involves the WWE Championship, it does involve me. When you get involved in my matches, it involves me. Seems like you like getting involved in my business. Well, if you want some, come get some.
That sounds like a great idea. John Cena versus Chris Jericho tonight in a non-title match.
We've got ourselves a blockbuster of a main event, folks. Jericho is finally getting to punish the man who's cost him.
Am I seeing double?
I can't believe it, King. There are two of them. Mercifully, the WWE Champion stopped this assault.
But the danger is double, JR. Two masked men.
You are tuned into Raw, where there's only one thing on the minds of every fan and superstar.
There sure is, JR. The Diva Search contest is down to two lovely ladies. Both have their final plea for votes online, but let me tell you, Kate really wants my vote, and it shows.
King, you could go into a diner after crawling through the desert and still find time to oogle the waitress.
I'm done hiding from you, Jericho. I'll whip you in front of everybody right now.
Oh no! Chris Jericho is victimized again!
Now to finish the job.
I think things are only going to get worse here, JR.
Jericho is saved by John Cena yet again. What a relief!
I guess the mystery is over. I know Mr. Kennedy and Randy Orton roughed you up pretty good. But I got us a tag match against those newly unmasked thugs tonight. Revenge is the best medicine, right?
The elbow connects. Wham! What a cold break.
wasn't for John Cena. This could be a pinfall.
1, 2, 3.
The referee has called for the bell. That's it.
Got the mask on. These two don't seem so tough.
I wouldn't say that, King. It was a very competitive match. But I'm sure this war is far from over. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. With WrestleMania less than a week away, the WWE board has announced its main event. It will be...
Hey, you always get to announce things, JR. Let me do it.
Okay, Jerry, go ahead.
It will be John Cena, Mr. Kennedy, Chris Jericho, and Randy Orton in a fatal four-way for the WWE Championship. It should be great.
Jericho, I've had your number for months now. I don't need a mask to smack the snot out of you tonight. It'll be just as easy to beat you as myself, as Mr. Kennedy!
Look out! Here goes Jericho with the code breaker. The referee had better get in there and take a look at that. We may need to stop this match.
1, 2, 3.
And there it is. That's the match.
That's enough. So it appears WrestleMania has come early this year. If you guys want to beat the crap out of each other, then so be it. The fatal four-way match at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship will now be held under Extreme Rules.
I didn't think the WrestleMania main event could get any more intense, JR. I was wrong.
Welcome to the grandest stage of them all, ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania. Good old JR Jim Ross and my Hall of Fame partner Jerry the King Lawler here at the flagship event for WWE.
I don't think I've ever been so excited about a WrestleMania.
Tonight, 4 men will compete for the WWE Championship in an Extreme Rules match.
That means just about anything goes. It's anyone's match to win.
Let's take a look back at how this conflict came to a head. Chris Jericho became the #1 contender for Cena's WWE Championship. The title match was interrupted by a masked man. Jericho went on a mission to find out the identity of the assailant, eventually accusing Mr. Kennedy. But Jericho was only half right, as there were 2 masked men, who turned out to be Orton and Kennedy. Who will win the 4-man Extreme Rules Showdown? We're going to find out tonight.
Bro, I thought we were done with that masked stuff, man.
This mask stuff is pretty fun. I see why you did it. See you out there, Junior.
I have united a little bit to fight mutual enemies, but that's over. Tonight, you're just another enemy in my way.
He's going in for the kick. Win! What a hold break! We could be looking at a pinfall here, folks. That's it. That's all she wrote. He did it! Jericho is WWE Champion.
What a road to WrestleMania he had. But I'm sure this result makes it all worthwhile.
It looks like those two aren't finished yet.
Chris Jericho simply won't be denied on this night.
That was a close one, JR.
We're out of time here, where Chris Jericho is our new WWE champion.
WWE can be a pretty harsh landscape when you go it alone, and a few bombs always help to level the terrain.
But if you want to reach the real heights, you may need some help along the way.
And maybe not.